Hey guys, so today's video I'm really excited about because I am talking about nude lipsticks. I love my bright colors, my vampy colors, but for every day I reach for a nude and I have so many in front of me. At first I tried to do my top 5 nude lipsticks. Definitely could not happen. Then I said maybe my top 10 couldn't happen. Now we are here with literally about 30 nude lipsticks in front of me. So I'm going to try to go through these quickly. I'm going to show you guys swatches. I have it in different categories for different finishes. So I have lipsticks, lip glosses, liquid lipsticks, and lip liners. So we have a lot of ground to cover. So let's go ahead and get started. So before anything, I have to talk about my #1 favorite nude lip combination. It's what I'm wearing right now. The NYX retractable lip liner in the shade Nude. This is probably like the 4th one I've gone through because I just pair it with so many of my favorite nude lipsticks. I really like the fact that it's retractable so I don't have to worry about sharpening it. It's perfect for on the go. My favorite liquid lipstick one I have on right now is from OFRA, and this is in the shade Bel Air. Mine is totally beat up because I carry with me everywhere and I've used it so much. I just love the formula of the OFRA liquid lipsticks. They're kind of more moussey, but on me they're incredibly long lasting, especially this shade. Since it is a nude lip color, it just fades out really nicely. I just had to get this other one out of the way and let you guys know my all-time favorites. Now I figured we would probably just start off with the actual lipsticks only because that's where I have the fewest. The first one I have is actually from Wet n Wild, and this is their matte, I forgot what they're called, I think the Mega Last. I have every single shade of these, and I'm kind of thinking about doing an entire lip swatch video of the Wet n Wild matte lipstick. And this one is in the shade Bare It All 902C. It's a little bit deeper on me depending on my skin tone at the moment. Right now I'm a little bit more self-tan, so it's kind of right in between the medium shade. And I wanted to show you guys different shades of nudes depending on your skin tone. This one does wear a little bit darker on me, but I love the formula. Some of the Wet n Wild matte lipsticks are not quite as matte as I would like to be, but this one looks pretty matte on my lips. My other favorite drugstore lipstick is from Milani, and this is in the shade Matte Naked. It has a very slight vanilla scent, nothing too extreme, but I love the formula of these. They feel very smooth and comfortable on your lips. And this shade is just so pretty as well. It's just very wearable. I'm going to kind of group these together only because I kind of want to make this video not super long. But these are the ColourPop Lippie Sticks. And I actually have so many of these and I narrowed it down to a couple of my favorite nudes from ColourPop. I really want to mention quick that the She Bad, which is the Matte X formula, it is, I mean, the Matte X is a lot more drying compared to the matte formula, but still feels very comfortable on my lips. She Bad, since it is a very light nude, I would recommend exfoliating your lips and making sure they are not chapped at all because this color will definitely accentuate any fine lines. So definitely recommend using a lip balm or exfoliating your lips before and you'll be good to go. They're only $5, so I mean, you really can't go wrong with that. Last 2 lipsticks are actually from Too Faced, and they are the Melted Liquefied Long Wearing lipsticks. Now these aren't your typical liquid lipsticks to where they're going to completely dry down to a matte finish. These actually have more of like a satin, slightly glossy finish to them depending on how much you actually apply. I like usually applying a thin layer, and that kind of gives me a more satin look. These are actually very comfortable to wear, and I'm not usually someone who strays away from a matte lip. This one in Melted Sugar, just a little bit too light for me to wear on its own. Sometimes I'll layer it over top of a liquid lipstick because it's feeling too drying, or just with any other darker nude. This one in the shade Chocolate Honey, it actually doesn't look like a nude on me. It's a little bit deeper, but for those of you with a deeper skin tone, this is going to be the perfect like everyday color if you like those more warm nude tones. It's such a beautiful color. They're a little bit pricey, but in my opinion, they're worth it. Now we'll go ahead and move on to liquid lipsticks, which I'm pretty much most excited about. It's just, I don't like having to reapply multiple times throughout the day. I just like applying it once and not really having to worry about it. We'll go ahead and just get started with probably my favorite formula of liquid lipsticks, and that is the Dose of Colors. I have both Truffle and Stone. They are both completely different tones. Truffle has more of a brown tone, while Stone has that more cool tone beige look to it. I don't know, it's such a pretty color. I wear it all the time. They are kind of a more moussey formula, but not overly moussey to where they end up feeling drying on the lips. They're just some of the most comfortable liquid lipsticks the new Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Lipsticks. Now these actually dry down to a complete matte finish, transfer proof like your typical liquid lipstick, and of course I picked up all of the more nude neutral tones. I think I've talked about these before already in a favorites video, but the newest shade I picked up is Child Star, and this actually is a little bit too light, or just a little bit too light than what I'm comfortable with, so I kind of like to use this as a mixing shade as well. But these are very comfortable as well, extremely long wearing. They're not my absolute favorite liquid lipstick, but definitely up there, and they have a ton of beautiful shades and tones to choose from. But definitely the one I want to mention that I love the most is Magic Wand, which is actually the Ultra Satin formula, because they do kind of have more of a matte finish. Not going to completely dry down like a liquid lipstick, but they're incredibly long wearing and they feel a lot more comfortable on the lips, and they're only $6. I kind of get mixed reviews about the Anastasia liquid lipsticks, but again, maybe because I'm so used to wearing a very matte liquid lip, they don't really bother me. I've never had a problem with them. My favorite is Pure Hollywood, like so many other people talk about this color. And some newer ones from Anastasia are Naked and Stripped. I wear these a lot too. I wear them a lot together as well. They look extremely similar in the tube, but I believe Stripped is the lighter one, and I'll usually pair that one again, kind of like a mixing nude, and pair it like in the center of the lips or with a darker nude lip liner. And the last couple here is this one from Kat Von D. I love Kat Von D Lolita, but I find that it looks a lot darker on me than it does on other people. Like, I feel like Lolita is definitely one of those colors where it looks different on everybody. Same with this one in Bow and Arrow. I'm not gonna lie, I have quite a few of the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, and some of them can be a little bit patchy that you have to go over a couple of times. But Bow and Arrow I don't have that issue with. It doesn't feel too drying on my lips. It actually feels very comfortable. They're extremely long wearing. This one I guess I'll kind of put in the category with liquid lipsticks, and is not a liquid lipstick, but is a soft matte lip cream. This is by NYX, and this is in the shade London. I don't know how to describe the color. I guess kind of like a more brownish nude, but it has a little bit of warmth to it. I like the fact that it's not too light, but it's not too dark either. I feel like this would work with a lot of different skin tones. Alright, now moving into glosses, which I was never really a gloss wearer, only because I find that it's a lot more high maintenance. You kind of have to reapply multiple times throughout the day. Sometimes your hair will get caught on it, but I do really enjoy a nude lip gloss, and you don't really have to worry about being super perfect when reapplying a nude lip gloss versus if you're applying like a red lip gloss. First ones we'll be talking about is the NYX butter glosses, and I have a few of the intense butter glosses and one of the regular butter glosses. So many nude shades within the NYX butter gloss line. Probably my favorite one of all is definitely Peanut Brittle, which is a intense butter gloss, and the main difference between the two, just like the name suggests, is it's a lot more intense, it's a lot more opaque. The butter glosses do give you a little bit of color. They're definitely more sheer versus the intense butter gloss. You can pretty much wear these on their own. You don't even need to layer like a nude lipstick underneath. They are very creamy, very long wearing. They're not sticky, they don't feel uncomfortable. They actually do last a while on your lips for a gloss. This one I actually don't wear too often, but I do really like this. By e.l.f. I think this was only like $1, maybe $3. And this one is in the shade Scott. These actually are pretty opaque, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're not extremely glossy. And I'm not really a fan of the scent. Maybe mine's getting a little bit old because I have had these for a little while. Kind of smells like Play-Doh. It smells really weird. We'll just go ahead and get the drugstore lip gloss out of the way. This one from Essence. I think they call this a liquid lipstick. This one in the shade Almost Real. I bought these online before they were in store. They were like in the new arrivals on Ulta.com. Purchased all of them because I thought they were going to be more like your traditional liquid lipstick. I was a little bit disappointed. If I'm going to compare them to anything, I guess like the intense butter glosses, because they are very opaque like a lipstick, but they just have a glossy finish too. ColourPop recently came out with the ultra glossy lips, and I figured they were going to come out with these at some point because they came out with the ultra mattes, the ultra satins, and of course they hit us with lip glosses. This one in the shade Fairy Floss is definitely my favorite. Layer this on top of my other matte liquid lipsticks because this is a sheer finish. They have some that are cream, that are more opaque. They even have metallic finishes. I really like this one because even though it is sheer, I like the tone that it gives my lips, and it actually makes my lips look a lot more plump and fuller. I mean, when you first swatch it, it looks like a very, very light nude. But again, if you pair this on top of your favorite nude lipstick, I think it would work out. As you can see, it gives you a very, very glossy look. These aren't the longest wearing lip glosses, but I mean, you can't really complain too much. They are only $6. My second favorite lip gloss is definitely this one from BUXOM, and it is in the shade White Russian. I'm surprised nobody ever mentioned that it has more of that minty feel. So I'm here to give you guys a little heads up that it does kind of give you a more tingling feeling on your lips, but nothing too extreme. I believe they consider this like a lip plumper, I think. I'm not really sure, but it has that like lip plumping effect, but nothing too extreme. I have tried some lip plumpers before in the past, and I really don't like the feel of that. This just feels very minty and fresh on the lips. I feel like it's one of those colors that, meh, you look at it on a swatch, it really doesn't give you much, but once you layer it over top, especially over a nude lipstick, that's my favorite combination. And the last lip gloss I have is by Anastasia, and it's in the shade Gilded. If you guys are intimidated by it being a gold gloss, you guys should at least try it out, swatch it in store, because I think you'd be surprised at how wearable this actually looks on the lips. The Anastasia glosses, or at least this one, isn't quite as glossy as some of the other ones, like the ColourPop or the BUXOM gloss, but these are very long wearing. These glosses are very, very opaque, so you probably don't even need a lipstick or anything underneath. However, you can use this kind of as a lip topper. I really like doing that and combining it with other nude lipsticks for a more wearable look, or you can just pile this on and get that more gold tone on your lips. Alright, last few things to talk about are my favorite lip liners, and most of them actually are drugstore except for this one, so I'll go ahead and just get out of the way right now. This one is by Urban Decay, and it's their 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the color Stark Naked. If I'm going for more of a lighter nude, or even just to fill in my lips if I plan on wearing a lighter nude lip gloss. I love the formula of these lip pencils. They are pretty pricey in my opinion, which is why I try to stick to more drugstore lip liners. But these are very comfortable, and you can even use them to fill in your entire lip. These next two are actually by NYX. My two favorites are Mauve and Natural. Natural is a little bit more of a lighter nude, while Mauve, of course, I pair it with something maybe like Stone from Dose of Colors, or Queen Bee from Too Faced, like any of those more mauve-y toned lipsticks, obviously. And the last two are from Jordana. Actually, I grabbed both of the same shade, but I'll go ahead and show you guys swatches. I really like Tawny. That's a little bit more warm tone versus Rock and Rose. I think I've mentioned this before in videos, but Rock and Rose is pretty much identical to Max Whirl. I have the Max Whirl lipstick. I don't have the actual lip pencil, but I can only assume that it's the same shade. So if you're looking for Max Whirl or a cheaper alternative for that, you need it. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys found it helpful, enjoyed it. Like I said, I have so many favorites to talk about, so hopefully you guys found something in this video that you guys might enjoy. I tried to pick different tones and finishes to suit everybody. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Along the way of going through my collection of nude lipsticks, I ran across a few that I remembered I really, really didn't like. So if you guys would like to see the worst nude lipsticks I have tried, world of nude lipsticks, there are definitely a lot of fails out there. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, let me know what your favorite nude lipstick is, whether it be drugstore, high-end. I definitely would like to know. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, I would love it if you did, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!